You always have to be so prepared for what comes up because the sport, it's so unforgiving sometimes.
Depend what you get hurt, your career is done.
Being up in the White Mountains, weather can be not predictable, and it's looking like it's going to be sunny this weekend.
You're gonna have to cut this out. This sport, it's really challenged you on every aspect, mentally, physically. I've been working my whole life to be where I'm at today.
We have a bunch of factory riders coming in throughout the season that could definitely affect the overall championship points lead.
The intensity is so high in that class. Even though I'm not even racing Pro 125, I'm Junior A, I'm always going for the overall.
My heart almost come out of my mouth when I saw you guys come together.
Their battle, right to the finish, it was wild. The fans were going crazy.
That's not easy when you see your close friend get paralyzed. It's hard.
I'm Ryan Amancio, 14. I live here in New Milford, Connecticut, and I race GNCC and J-Day as my focus for championships. And in GNCC, I do YXC1 front row, and for J-Day, I do Junior A and Super Mini. I started racing with 4 years old. I wanted to always ride because my dad always rode, and he said he would only buy me a bike if I learned how to ride a bicycle with no training wheels. And I ended up teaching myself how to ride a bicycle with no training wheels in a day. So he bought me a PW. I think my first race was when I was in 4 at Dozer Memorial, and I got 4th that race. I ended up winning 4 J-Day championships in total and 4 GNCC championships in total. My dad, he's always had this thing where I would race one bike and I would practice on a bike that's a higher CC. So it's ever since the low 50s, I used to ride the PW and I used to train with the bigger 50. And then as soon as I moved up to the 50, because I was on the PW for like 2-3 races, and then he just moved me straight up, and I was like really small on the bike. He always preparing me, so whatever bike I get, I'm used to it, I'm comfortable, which I think is really smart. And surprisingly, a lot of people don't really agree with that idea, but this sport, it's really challenged you on every aspect, mentally, physically. It's not really for the weak to get up to the top, and my dad always says to be good, you gotta do what good people do. So I started working out when I was 5. My dad would put me to run on a treadmill for like 5 minutes, and then it went to 10 minutes, and then I think when I was like 10 or 11, I started feeling pain in my knees because how much running. So then we switched over to the stationary bike, and every year we're like learning, oh, this is why pros do this, or this is why pros do that. And like my diet is really strict. For me, it's hard, but it's that thing. I like got used to it, so once in a while I can have stuff if I'm doing really good, but it's only mainly at the end of the years after the championships are over. Then I can eat like one thing that I really want that I'm not allowed to eat. I love pizza, but I'm only allowed to eat it once a year. But it's that thing, as soon as you eat it, you feel the difference. You feel weaker, you feel more down for that like rest of the week. So for me, it's all normal at this point.
Yes, before was a big dream for me. Right now is a dream for him. My rules is a very tough. My first rules is my question for him. Do you want to do this? You like that? That's what you want to have for your life? When they say, yes, I want to be the best ride on this country, on a road, I say, okay, I agree, I can help you out, but you got to follow what I'm going to tell you. If you don't follow me, you're not going to have my support. People think the workout for the young kids doesn't mean too much, but I have been proved this more than once. If you work out the correct way, you're gonna hurt very little. Your body is not gonna feel so much. You're gonna recover way more fast. The rules, what to eat, what to drink, work out, it's not easy because sometimes that hurt me, because sometimes we get to some place, everybody eat like a cake, sweet stuff, a drink. It's something he cannot eat. I see in his eyes, he wants to eat that. He wants to try. Body, it's like a dirt bike. It's gonna be good if you put a good oil, good gas. Your body is the same. You gotta drink the good water. You gotta eat a good food, and you gotta sleep a good rest. Or the other way, your body's gonna be a junk. I know Ryan's a kid. A lot of people doesn't understand. We have a very close friend. This year, the kid got paralyzed. And I meant the question to Ryan, you want to keep going or do you want to stop? This exactly the same thing happened to that kid. That can happen to you anytime. This is a dangerous. I bring to you right here, but from now, I want you to give you the decision to go. If you want to stop, I'm here. I'm going to support you no matter what. You can do whatever. And then Ryan told me, I climb all that hill, all the way up here. I'm halfway to the mountain. How I'm going to stop?
I've been trying to come up with the highest of feelings, but there ain't nothing new under the sun, so you avoid to touch any of the cold waters, 'cause sometimes love ain't that thing you're afraid of. Show me a place where a face ain't worth the dime. I pack my bags and I'll be gone. Show me roads I must roam to get above all those waving hands, I believe. So you try to come up, raise the feelings. They say there ain't nothing new under the sun, so you're about to touch any of the cold waters. Sometimes love ain't that thing you're afraid of. Your vision's high, the light is on. Be taken apart by something wonderful, by something
You always have to be so prepared for what comes up because the sport, it's so unforgiving sometimes. And I have my dad, he's my trainer, mechanic, everything. At some point, you're going to need him to boost you up because sometimes you get so tired of it, to the point you can't do it yourself anymore. So then he's there to push me until I get that motivation back and everything. And then I'm good for 2 weeks and then I need him again. For me, sometimes I have fun, sometimes I really serious, really focus. Because for me, it's a job. It's something that I've been working my whole life to be where I'm at today, and I still have a lot more to go in the future. But to me, some people, they say, oh, you gotta have fun in the sport and whatnot, but I feel like if you look at it that way, then what's the point of working out, and what's the point of training every day and eating, diet? I do so much, so might as well just take the sport as serious as I can and do as good as I can. Yeah, so going into Sandbox, I am points leader for Super Mini and the Junior A. I'm excited for Sandbox. I like that track. I think I'm ready. I think I'm going to do really good there, and we'll see what happens.
So yeah, Sandbox MX, it's a full sand track with lots of elevation in it. It's basically like a mini Southwick in the woods of New Hampshire. So definitely a fan favorite, racer's favorite too as well. It's shaping up to be a good week so far, setting up the track. So we have a couple special guest riders this weekend. A couple guys from the Ampro Factory off-road racing team. We have Ricky Russell, multi-time Grand National cross-country winner, as well as Zach Osborne and a guy named Thor Powell. He's a motocrosser as well as a GNCC racer. So he's coming up to see what J-Day is all about. The points lead and chase is between 4 riders, and it's within small double digits within each other. So it's definitely going to be a dogfight to the end, because we have a bunch of factory riders coming in throughout the season, including at Sandbox, and that could definitely affect the overall championship points lead if that factory rider wins or gets in between any of the racers that are competing for the overall championship. Every point is vital within the championship punt at J-Day Off-Road.
I got here Saturday, like 12-ish. I actually got here earlier than I usually do, so.
Did you watch the track?
I did. I rode it 7 times, 4 times with him. It was really, really good. The woods are really wet for some reason, so we'll see how that goes. But I think it's gonna be really good though.
Will it be tacky or will it be slick?
Slick. I don't think it's gonna be tacky. It's gonna be really, really slick. Low-key. We're running the good sand tire today because it's very sandy out here, so it's gonna be really beat up. Second moto, but we gotta have fun while we can. Man, I think this is like the first J-Day where it's not like the whole track is muddy, but there's certain sections that are really, really muddy.
Because I was big on the bike, I was like wheeling part of it, and I took like every single line.
Oh my God! Imagine you go in that rut right there. I don't see how this isn't gonna get cut out. I was taking main line, it wasn't bad. But now it's a mess.
It's a lot worse now.
I want to go help so bad. Oh my God. When I was like on 65s and stuff and I would get stuck, it would really suck to lose my race just because I got stuck and I wouldn't get help from anyone. So I like to help once in a while. The rest of the track is good. It's gonna get really beat up like I said, but this for sure is the worst section of the track. This and all over there for sure. Oh my God. They're lifesavers right there. They save your motos. The best line is stick him right out here where he is going. That's for sure. Oh, I'm next moto. Ooh, we're gonna have to get ready.
There's nobody else.
look good out there today, buddy. I'll tell you, man, your super mini stuff, it's becoming like old hat. But, I know that you're not up here for that class, but tell me about how it is out there with those 125 Pro guys. And that was just a great win for you.
Man, I'm going to be honest. I struggled that second moto. I couldn't get by Van. It's like a one fast line, and any other line you take was slower. So I just couldn't get by him that second moto. First moto, I won the overall. I didn't know it until I got back to my camper mat. I was like, oh, you won overall. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I think it was pretty good. I had a lot of fun today, and I learned a lot.
Now, when you get behind Van, are you thinking what I'm saying on the microphone? Oh, here we go, just like the old days, just like the small bikes.
Yeah, no, that's the first thing that came to mind, especially when I lined up for a second mode. I was like, oh, it's just us two again. I like riding with him. He's a really good rider, and I think we'll go pretty far.
I think so too, buddy. You both have a bright future, very young at this point. All right, let's hear it for Colton's buddy, Ryan Amancio, on the day your winner. Last moto of the day, Ricky Russell was your first moto winner. Simon Johnson and Chris Canning, your top three. And we have a start. And it's Simon Johnson. No, it's Gavin Simon, then Simon Johnson, Ricky Russell, Bubs Tasha, Chris Canning, Dick Casey, Braden Nolette. They're headed toward me and anybody's guess on this one, but it is Gavin Simon, who came into the day second in points, had a bad first moto trying to turn that around. Simon Johnson in second and Ricky Russell in third. Zach Osborne having a day he'd rather forget. It ain't easy out here at J-Day Off-Road, no matter if you're a national motocross champion or not. White flag fever rampant. Bubs Nosh, and here comes Chris Canning. Canning goes for the outside down the hill, and a couple more joining it now. Nolette and Casey, a five-way battle. Clint Angwin, and these guys are battling for it, and Simon Johnson needs to get by. These guys are lapped riders. Ricky Russell running a 3-minute 47-second lap, and still close enough for striking. Ricky Russell, your new leader, followed by Simon Johnson. Gavin Simon off the pace in about 7th or 8th now. Ricky Russell will win the moto. Chris Canning in second and Simon Johnson in third. Third on the day in the pro class, Simon Johnson. Tell me about your day, buddy.
It was a lot of fun. I had felt super good first moto and had a lot of fun with Ricky, and unfortunately it seemed like I didn't really feel that the second moto, but just kept pushing and found my groove towards the end and had a lot of fun. And it was really definitely the highlight of my day was battling with Ricky and seeing what he does and trying to just compare myself. It was really good to see.
Let's hear it for Simon Johnson, third on the day. A great ride for him, man, no doubt about it. Second on the day, Chris Canning. Tell me about your day, buddy.
It was super fun racing with those guys, and Ricky was moving today, so I got into second in that second moto, and honestly, at one point, I was like, am I leading this? Because I can't see him anywhere. Yeah, he was gone. So I had fun. I'm pumped on second. Like, I feel like I'm getting better in this, like, tricky wood stuff. So, obviously, like, Crow Hill is moto-based, so I felt really good there. And then this is, like, I feel like I'm getting better in it. So, for me, it was a good day.
Let's hear it for Chris Canning, second on the day. Great job, buddy. And your winner is Ricky Russell. We love to have you back here, buddy. It's really a lot of fun. You're always a good friend to us, as well as always putting on a good race. Tell me about your day.
The first one, I didn't feel like I rode awesome. I was kind of struggling with arm pump, and I was just trying to ride my own race. And Simon was riding really good. It was impressive. So we went back and forth actually the last lap, and I was able to pull it off. And then the second race, I felt much looser and kind of just rode how I knew how early on, and got that gap, and just kind of was able to come in. It was a nice day.
Did you know on that last lap you both ran a 3:43 for a lap time?
No, I did not know that. I haven't even looked at laps, but yeah, it was a kind of a short track, but it was intense. It was fun. I was worried a little bit here, and it was really moto-y and fast. I was like, oh boy, and I got it here, and the woods were pretty technical, so I was happy about that because that kind of is my forte.
We wish you a lot of luck in the rest of the GNCC season. We hope to see you again. Ricky Russell, your winner today. Let's hear it for him. Great job.
So basically, the name of the game is this season, you can have a great sunny day, but it has rained so much this season that the water just is in the soil and it never gets dry. So it's automatically just a mud fest everywhere. So with only 4 rounds left to go in the 2023 season, let's just say it's going to take sheer grit and determination to get this championship, because we are getting down to the wire, and I'm talking about 12 points separating the top 4.
Even if everything goes down, we stop it right away. I always gonna appreciate the time I spend with my kid and the races. This is something nobody gonna take from me and from him. This is something that's gonna stay forever. But see that posting from GoPro, from the other people have been posting comments. This making me think all the work I have been put it on, they're worth for. This is giving you motivated to go to the next step.
Lost track of the forest through the trees, forgot what I was chasing. Spent so many nights living out at sea that my heart is gone vacant. Everybody who was close to me all stayed on dry.
They're doing a document for J-Day. They have to go talk to
So we're featured?
Huh?
Are we featured?
Yes.
No. I don't have the energy to be like, special.
Oh, I wanna stay right here, chilling with my friends for another year. I wanna walk away from the spotlight.
Couldn't ask for better weather. Couldn't ask for any better.
I like that Plastow Power Sports hat. It would benefit me here in the sun, you know, but I think you could keep it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have to see what I can do there.
So turns out this is my 10th year racing J-Day, consecutive too, every year. So much has changed in J-Day. I'm talking like activities, classes, the people, like just everything with the podiums. There's like champagne. I think it's really cool what they're doing.